Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Basically got a new ski for you here today. This is an Armada Declivity 88C. They did make some changes more significant to this 88C than I think some of the other skis in the Declivity line. Kind of to my dismay. I always loved the outgoing Declivity 88C with the Karuba wood core and carbon stringers. It was a really stiff and lightweight ski. I kind of enjoy that light carbon powered ski, especially in an 88 millimeter width. This one is, but then people like me liked it, but kind of the people that it was meant for didn't always get along with it because it was so stiff. So they did make some moves more towards the targeted audience, and they're trying to get skiers like me more into the 92 Ti range with a little bit more dampness and power. But this new 88C does have a lot going for it that's going to make intermediate and advanced skiers very happy. This thing should be all over the mountain. I'm constantly surprised at how many people either don't know about it or haven't skied it. These skis are incredible, especially for someone looking for something versatile, well-rounded, and just kind of eager to make and complete very energetic turns. And that's where this ski just totally excels. One of the big moves is going from Karuba to poplar in the wood core. Karuba is a little bit stiffer and lighter than poplar. The poplar is a little bit denser, still energetic, but not quite as zesty as the Karuba wood was. And then instead of just lateral carbon stringers running throughout for stiffness, we now get a woven carbon mesh. So it's a little bit different of a carbon application. So slightly more flexible wood and then a carbon mesh as opposed to carbon stringers. And we get a somewhat softer flexing ski. It's still pretty poppy and energetic for having carbon in it. It's just not the same. It's not exactly the same. So just a different flex overall. And still pretty darn light, 1,581 grams here in the 176. So right there with being some of the lighter all-mountain skis in this 88 millimeter range. And that's really a good sweet spot for someone who spends all their time kind of mixing on-trail performance with off-trail agility. You know, it's not going to win any flotation contests at 88. It's not going to win any, speed races due to stability and power, but it is going to make some of the shortest, quickest, tightest, and most energetic turns out there on the hill for sure. So people don't have to work too hard to get kind of that high-end performance, which is probably why I really like them, because I can be kind of lazy sometimes. But yeah, 17.2 meter turn radius here, kind of that mid radius for mixing short and longer turns. I always found this ski to be amenable to longer radius turns as long as you keep coming across the fall line. I think the moment you're starting to point it downhill and get pretty aggressive, that's where you would want to move into a TI version, a ski that has more dampness and power at speed. But for agility, quickness, and that mid-radius turn, these are just fantastic. These declivities have a lot of camber underfoot, so they're building that energy into the ski through the camber. They also do a really nice job at making these skis have a long effective edge. So there's not a ton of rocker here. That's kind of a nod to this ski's on-trail character, that you're getting that long effective edge, you're getting that instantaneous responsiveness into the turn. So each and every bit that you put into your boot gets directly translated to the front of the ski. It's a very traditional shape and profile, which is probably one of the reasons that I like it. I just get along really well with kind of a more traditional ski. And then not a whole lot of tail rocker here. So that rocker starts at the very end. Way more for release point of the turn and just a slightly easier release point versus any type of flotation. that really emphasizes, again, the on-trail nature and focus of this Declivity 88C. But just an absolute blast in the bumps and the trees, anything tight, anything technical where you need to make subsequent quick turns, this thing does amazingly well at. You know, the more you kind of let it run, the more you let it go down the fall line, the more you're going to wish you had some metal in there. But if you want to keep it moderate, mid-level, mid-radius turns, can't think of a whole lot many better options at this level. So I hope to see more of these declivities. I think that they're kind of moving the ski towards their intended market a little more accurately. So I hope that that move gets more people on this Declivity 88C, because there's not a whole lot of skis out there like it. Elan Ripstick 88 certainly comes to mind, Headcore 87, and this one are three of the top ones in the category. I think you're getting more energy out of this than those other ones. So there's something to be said for how they're going about building their skis. So make sure you check out this all-new Armada Declivity 88C here at skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.